Have you ever felt, dear one, that life has left you waiting at a closed door? That no matter how hard you knock, no one answers. You may pray with sincerity, meditate in silence, and still, the path ahead remains hidden in shadows. In those moments, it is natural for the heart to grow restless, to question whether the universe has forgotten your existence. But let me gently remind you, the universe forgets no one. The infinite consciousness that created you, the same cosmic intelligence that keeps the stars in motion and the rivers flowing, watches over every step you take. And in its perfect, divine timing, the universe itself opens the way. Yogananda, the great master, often said that everything in this life moves according to a higher order, far beyond the grasp of our impatient minds. The delays you face are not denials, they are a part of your soul's careful preparation. Just as a flower blooms only when it has gathered enough sunlight and rain, so too must your destiny ripen in the right season. The wisdom of the universe ensures that when the moment arrives, no force on earth can stop what is meant for you. And until that moment, no power can force open a door that must remain closed for your highest good. This video, dear seeker, is your gentle reminder. A message from the higher realms to your waiting heart. Stay with me till the end as we uncover, through Yogananda's timeless teachings, why the path sometimes remains hidden, how to recognize the quiet signs that your time is approaching, and how to align yourself with the divine current that will, at the right time, open the way effortlessly before you. In the journey of life, beloved one, there comes a time when the road ahead seems to vanish. You search for answers, for direction, and yet all you find is a deep, unsettling silence. In such moments, the human mind grows restless and begins to wonder, why is my path unclear? Why won't the universe reveal what lies ahead? Paramhansa Yogananda, with his profound insight into the nature of divine timing, lovingly explained that this hiddenness is no accident. It is a sacred part of your soul's unfolding. The universe, in its infinite wisdom, does not reveal the entire blueprint of your life at once. If it did, you might become overwhelmed or complacent, or perhaps you would try to rush ahead before you were truly ready. Just as a wise gardener does not expose a delicate seedling to the harsh sun before it has taken firm root in the soil, so too does the Divine Mother keep your greater path veiled until you have developed the strength, patience, and understanding necessary to walk it. Yogananda would often remind his students that struggle and uncertainty are not punishments, but rather, opportunities for the soul to cultivate faith. If every prayer were instantly answered, if every desire materialized without effort, how would the soul learn the deeper virtues of endurance, surrender, and trust in the unseen hand of God? The darkness you encounter now is not meant to defeat you, but to prepare you for the brilliant light that lies ahead. Therefore, dear one, do not curse the hidden path. It is a blessing in disguise. The universe waits for you to ripen, in wisdom, strength, and humility, before it opens the door you are destined to walk through. Beloved soul, though the great plan of life may remain concealed from your sight, the universe is never silent. It speaks to you in subtle ways, offering gentle signs to the heart that has learned to listen. Paramhansa Yogananda taught that divine guidance rarely comes in the form of dramatic miracles or booming voices from the heavens. More often, it arrives as a quiet intuition, a persistent thought, or an unexpected turn of events that nudges you in a new direction. These are the whispers of the infinite, signaling that your time is approaching. Many people miss these signs because their minds are noisy and their hearts clouded by impatience. Yogananda would lovingly advise his disciples to cultivate inner stillness through meditation and mindful awareness. Only in calmness can you perceive the delicate signals sent by the universe. A book may fall from a shelf, opening to a page with words you needed to hear. A stranger's passing remark might echo in your mind for days, hinting at a path you had not considered. A dream may revisit you night after night, leaving behind a mysterious but comforting message. These are not coincidences, dear one, they are the footprints of the divine upon your path. When you begin to recognize these subtle signs, you'll realize that the universe never truly withholds guidance, it merely waits for you to become quiet enough to hear it. The more you tune your heart to this silent language, the clearer the signs will become. And when the time is right, what once seemed like faint whispers will transform into unmistakable invitations, leading you toward the door that is about to open. Stay alert, stay calm, and trust the language of the unseen. It is one of life's greatest trials, dear one, to wait for something your heart deeply longs for. Days turn to months, months to years, and still the door remains closed. In such moments, it's easy to believe that life has turned its face from you, that perhaps the universe has denied your prayer. But Paramhansa Yogananda, in his boundless compassion, would reassure his disciples with these precious words: delay is not denial. In fact, delay is often a disguised blessing, one that protects, prepares, and perfects you for what is yet to come. You see, the soul often desires things before it is truly ready to receive them. What appears to be a delay is, in truth, the divine's way of ensuring that your blessing arrives not just at any moment, but at the most perfect and harmonious one. Yogananda explained that if the universe were to grant all our requests immediately, we might receive opportunities or relationships that our unprepared hearts could mishandle, causing more sorrow than joy. The infinite, in its boundless wisdom, withholds certain gifts until the soul has ripened through experience, humility, and inner growth. Consider the ripening of a fruit. If plucked too early, it is bitter and hard, but left to mature in its own time, it becomes sweet and nourishing. Likewise, your destiny must be allowed to ripen in the womb of time. The delays you resent today may very well be the very protection that shields you from unseen troubles, or the necessary space for your character to deepen. Remember, the universe is never unkind, dear one. Its timing is always exact, for it flows with the rhythm of your soul's highest good. Trust it. The delay is preparing you for a blessing far greater than you imagined. Dear soul, one of the greatest secrets on the spiritual path is learning the art of surrender. Not as weakness, nor as resignation, but as an act of highest wisdom and love. Paramhansa Yogananda often reminded his devotees that the universe opens the way, not when our ego demands it, but when the heart humbly bows to the will of the infinite. It is in surrender, not in stubborn insistence, that we become attuned to the divine current carrying our life forward. Many people believe that by constantly forcing their will upon the world, they can shape destiny to their liking. Yet Yogananda would explain that while effort is necessary, so too is detachment from results. True surrender does not mean giving up your responsibilities or abandoning your dreams. It means doing your best with full sincerity, while offering the outcome into the hands of the divine, trusting that what comes will be exactly what your soul needs at that moment. When you surrender your will to God, something miraculous happens within you. The tension in your mind dissolves. The restlessness in your heart quiets. And in that calmness, you begin to perceive the gentle flow of life guiding you toward your destiny. Yogananda would say, the moment you cease to demand from life, life comes rushing toward you with gifts far greater than you imagined. Obstacles that once seemed immovable melt away. The doors you desperately try to force open swing wide without effort. The universe is waiting for your surrender, dear one. Not because it wishes to control you, but because it desires to lead you to a destiny more beautiful than your limited mind can envision. Offer your will, your worries, your plans to the divine, and watch the path open before you when the time is right. Beloved seeker, the restlessness of the mind is one of the greatest obstacles to recognizing the divine flow of life. When the mind is agitated, impatient, and anxious for results, it cannot perceive the quiet movements of the universe that are steadily working on your behalf. Paramhansa Yogananda would often remind his students that the surest way to attune yourself to divine timing is through daily meditation. He called it the airplane route to God, a direct means of lifting yourself above the noise of worldly life into the calm clarity where divine guidance becomes unmistakable. Through meditation, you withdraw your awareness from the ceaseless demands of the outer world and turn inward to the still, vast silence of your soul. In that sacred space, the waves of doubt, fear, and impatience begin to settle. Yogananda explained that as the heart becomes calm, intuition awakens. And through intuition, not restless reasoning, you sense when the time to act has come and when you are meant to wait. In deep meditation, you may find a persistent thought gently arising, or a sudden clarity about a decision you've struggled with. Sometimes, no answer comes at all, but you emerge from meditation with a renewed peace, trusting that the right moment will reveal itself in due course. This is no small thing, dear one. For peace is itself a sign that you are aligned with the great river of life. Yogananda would say, when you are calm, you are in contact with the creative power of the universe. And from that inner contact, doors open without effort, the right people appear, and opportunities come when they will serve your highest good. Meditation is the sacred key that harmonizes your life with divine timing. Use it daily, and you will never be lost. Dear one, there's a profound truth Yogananda often spoke of, which many seekers overlook. Before the universe grants you outward success, it first transforms your inner being. You see, it is not enough to simply receive what you desire, you must also be capable of holding it with wisdom, humility, and grace. The blessings you long for may seem delayed, not because you are undeserving, but because your soul is still being prepared to bear them well. Yogananda would lovingly remind his disciples, first purify the mind, strengthen the heart, and expand your soul's love. Then, what you seek will flow to you effortlessly. Without this inner ripening, worldly achievements can easily lead to pride, attachment, and suffering. But when the heart has been cleansed of ego, and the mind freed from restless ambition, whatever comes into your life arrives as a servant of your soul's higher purpose, not as a distraction. Often, the very delays we resent are opportunities for this quiet inner work. In those waiting seasons, you learn patience. In setbacks, you learn resilience. In unanswered prayers, you discover humility. And as you meditate, serve, and surrender more deeply, your nature softens, your wisdom deepens, and your heart grows vast enough to contain the blessings destined for you. When the universe sees that you have become inwardly ready, what once seemed impossible will happen effortlessly. The right people, opportunities, and resources will gather around you as though drawn by an unseen magnet. It is never the outer success alone that matters, it is who you have become by the time it arrives. Trust the process, dear one. Your unseen inner growth is the very foundation upon which your destined outer life will gracefully unfold. And so, beloved soul, as we reach the close of this sacred reflection, let us remember this timeless truth: at the right time, the universe itself opens the way. It has always been so, and it will forever remain so. No prayer is unheard, no sincere effort is wasted, and no soul is ever truly lost. Everything in your life is unfolding according to a divine rhythm, one that far surpasses the hurried pace of the world and the restless demands of the ego. If your path seems unclear today, take heart. If the door you knock upon remains closed, trust that it is only so because the one meant for you is being prepared in silence. Stay faithful in your practices. Meditate daily. Serve with love. Surrender your burdens, and listen for those quiet signs that the universe sends to the heart that is awake. Remember, you are not alone on this journey. The Infinite watches over you, as a mother watches over her sleeping child, waiting for the perfect hour to awaken you into your destined life. If this message has touched a silent place in your heart, I invite you, dear one, to walk this path alongside me. Like this video, subscribe to our channel, and join this growing family of seekers who trust in the wisdom of the unseen. And if you feel called, share this message with someone you love, for sometimes, a single word of encouragement can lift a weary soul. Before you leave, type in the comments below, "I trust the divine timing." Let these words be your affirmation, your promise to yourself, and a blessing to others who read it. May peace, wisdom, and the silent grace of God fill your life always.